What's up investors and welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Solar Integrated Roofing Corp, ticker SIRC. This is a stock that I covered on the channel before, and after dropping to a very low price, this has gained more than 50% over the past few weeks. But this is still at a very attractive price right now. So today we'll be looking at who exactly are Sirc and what is included in the Sirc family of companies. I will look at the very latest news and check out the latest financial statements. We will take a brief look at the latest investors presentation, and I will look at the charts to form a strategy and determine a good entry point. Finally, I'll give you my conclusion on this stock. Before we get into the video, it takes a lot of time to do this research, so if you find any value in this video, can I ask you to smash that like button? It literally costs you nothing, but it helps me out so much. My previous Sirc video has over 200 likes. Can I get another 200 likes on this video? Help me make it happen. Subscribe to the channel if you're new and hit the bell notification so you don't miss out on any new content like this. It's 100% free and a great way to show your support for the channel. What do you think of Sirc? Have you invested and what price target do you have? I want to point out that I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Now let's get into it. Solar Integrated Roofing Corporation is a solar and roofing installation company specializing in commercial and residential properties with a focus on acquiring similar companies with a plan to expand nationally. The company is focused on becoming a nationwide leader in solar energy market with the goal of making it cost effective and energy efficient for customers. Sirc has a number of other companies part of the Sirc family, and these include McKay Roofing Incorporated, a long established roofing company, Montross Incorporated, which is a roofing, decking and waterproofing company, Secure Roofing and Solar, which has been providing quality roofing and solar solutions for nearly 30 years, and SunPower by Milholland Electric, which is an award-winning premier solar and energy storage company serving all of California and New Mexico. All of these companies are located in San Diego, offering an all-for-one solution across a broad spectrum of services. It's combined 110 years serving local communities and decades of industry recognized and manufacturer partner certificate licenses and specialized training. So Sirc is positioning itself as a one-stop shop across a broad range of services that is trying to gain a large portion of several emerging markets and set itself up as a leader and a go-to company. As they say here, when you choose to work with Sirc family companies, you can expect a level of commitment and unified leadership that only family-run businesses can provide. Also in the Sirc family of companies since January this year is Inarev LLC, a solar solutions provider to residential and commercial properties. This was acquired after a successful joint venture pilot for a combination of cash and stock. The transaction, combined with anticipated synergies and growth opportunities, is expected to add up to $2 million per month to Sirc revenue by late 2021. Another company acquired by Sirc in 2021 is Cornerstone Construction. Now this is a very important acquisition for a number of reasons. The company designs and installs traditional solar and solar shingle arrays that integrate seamlessly into new and existing roofing systems. This represents the first step in the company's transition into nationwide roofing and solar solutions provider. Cornerstone moves strategically into new markets including 5 different states and completed over 1,000 installs of roofing and solar, generating over $15 million in sales with robust projected growth. Cornerstone have been featured in dozens of shows, podcasts and speaking engagements, including Forbes, Entrepreneur.com, Today, Business Insider and many more. Then in March, Sirc acquired Plimco. Again, this is a major acquisition for the company. A GAP-audited energy service and electric vehicles charging station solution provider to commercial and government customers. Plimco specializes in the design and implementation of solar photovoltaic systems, energy efficiency measures and electric vehicle charging stations throughout the Southwest. This is a fantastic acquisition for Sirc. Not only does it bring them into the EV sector, but it also provides entry into government contracts, which as we know can be massive. Between the EV charging market expected to surpass $39 billion by 2027 and the commitments being made by the Biden administration for its climate change and renewable energy resources, this is the kind of acquisition that will help push Sirc to the next level. As we see here from Seeking Alpha, from 2020 the state of California requires all new homes to have solar panels installed so they can provide some electricity needs themselves. Considering that 80,000 new homes are built in California each year, we can see the potential here. California will also ban new gasoline consuming cars and light trucks by 2035. So to have the Plimco deal done will provide a huge source of revenue to the company in this area too. Together with its subsidiaries, Sirc operates in a number of states across the US, including New Mexico, which recently passed a bill that mandates that 100% of the produced energy in the state will come from renewable sources by 2045. Currently, only about 5% is produced by solar panels. This strategic policy, in combination with the already existing home solar power initiatives such as rebates, tax exemptions, and credits, is anticipated to boost solar panel installations of new homes in the state. Everything here is pointing to a very bright future for Sirc. Back in August, Sirc announced that it had achieved a record of at least $10.5 million in sales in July of 2021, the highest monthly sales ever recorded by the company. This smashed the previous month's all-time monthly record, representing growth of at least 600% as compared to the same period last year. CEO Dave Massey said the incredible sales growth we saw in July is just the tip of the iceberg, as our marketing campaigns and recently acquired companies are just starting to kick in. As we look to prioritize organic growth and key marketing initiatives get underway, I believe we will be well positioned to achieve the goal of realizing synergies with scale and achieving a sustainable level of profitability. On Wednesday this week, Sirc announced preliminary record sales of $25 million for the 3 months ended August 31st, 2021, and reaffirmed its financial guidance that revenues for the 12 months ended May 31st, 2022 are expected to grow to at least $100 million. The second quarter was highlighted by strong organic growth from the company's solar, roofing and EV charging brands that drove record sales numbers. Now, notably here, the quarter's sales figures do not include a full quarter of revenue at scale from Future Home Power or USA Solar Network, which were acquired in June and July. Management believe that they can double this quarter's sales results going forward when they can realize a full quarter of revenue from these acquisitions and organic growth. Looking ahead, we are continuing to focus on our corporate streamlining program to decrease costs and further realize cost synergies across the family of companies. And importantly here, given the record of sales growth, we believe we can achieve profitability this fiscal year. And there was a press release last week which went into more detail on this when Sirc announced the program's focus to reduce labour expenditures and overheads will enable a more competitive, streamlined operating model, better positioning the company to achieve profitability from its current base of business. The leaner organizational structure is expected to improve communication flow and cross-functional collaboration, leveraging more efficient business processes. The company is targeting over $1 million in annual cost savings to be realized before the end of this year. When we look at the most recent published financial statements, which are for the 3 months ended May 31st, we can see that they had revenue for the 3 months of $8.4 million, giving a gross profit of $2.3 million and total operating expenses amounted to $5 million. So if the company was able to decrease these operating expenses by $1 million, that would equate to roughly a 20% cut to costs. And considering that Sirc are expecting to record sales of approximately $25 million in the next quarterly report, this should have a huge impact. I expect that management are correct in assuming that they will become profitable this year. But what's more important than the income statement is the statement of financial position. So looking at this, we can see that Sirc has total assets of $91 million and total liabilities of $31 million. This gives the company an asset to liability ratio of nearly 3-1, which is very good. However, there are some things here that I don't like to see. Goodwill is recorded as the company's biggest asset at $76 million, which makes up over 75% of total assets. Also, total current assets amounts to more than $13 million, while current liabilities amount to over $29 million. Which means there is more than twice the amount of liabilities to assets. These are two things that I do not like to see, and I just want you to be aware of this if you are thinking about investing in the company. However, on a more positive note, this current ratio is actually better than it was 3 months ago, so they are making improvements, and the current assets is mainly made up of cash, which amounts to over $11 million, which is a significant amount of cash for this type of company, so this is very good to see. Another positive thing is that Sirc announced plans of a share buyback program back in July. The company is purchasing and retiring 5 million shares of preferred stock, which is convertible to 50 million shares of common stock from Brian Mulholland, who is retiring as president. In an effort to reduce dilution and drive shareholder value, this is the first of a series of share buybacks. This is great to see and a real signal by management that they wish to bring shareholder value. So, taking a quick look at the latest investors presentation from this month, we can see the growing list of companies and the level of recent expansion, adding 6 new company brands in 2021 alone. This would be a main driver of the level of goodwill in the financial statements. And we can see that in the past quarter alone they have added Future Home Power, a San Diego based firm specializing in residential solar panel and battery storage, and USA Solar Network, a solar energy developer helping customers to install the best available solar energy system for any building, residential or commercial. These are the 2 companies that Sirc have not yet been able to recognize a full quarter of revenue for. And again, we can see the huge market opportunity that currently exists in California, thanks to the new building regulations and the California plan to prohibit the sale of all new cars and light trucks that run on gas by 2035. We can see that Sirc is well positioned to benefit from ongoing transition to sustainable energy with established brands. And across all their business opportunities, Sirc has very good profit margins, an expected 45% gross profit margin on solar installation services, 35% on battery storage solutions, 40% on roofing services, and an expected 45% on EV charging solutions. It is also worth mentioning that Sirc teams are Tesla Powerwall certified installers, enabling new opportunities not available to most installers. And finally, the key takeaways from the presentation are the huge revenue guidance over the next 9 months, the clear growth drivers across each industry, the fact that California is to ban all gas cars by 2023, and the new regulations, but most importantly is that the company plans to achieve profitability this year. This alone should drive the share price in the coming months. Looking at the chart over the past year, we can see that incredible rise from less than 10 cents in December to up over $3 in February. As we know, at that point the market changed and so many stocks began to plummet and have been doing ever since. But we can see that from April until now, the stock has been going in a relatively sideways fashion, reaching its low point near the end of August. Looking closer at this, we can see that the stock had been going sideways for the past few weeks, reaching its absolute low point of about 30 cents, each time bouncing off this line and moving in this channel up until this spike here on the 9th of September. Then looking at this rise, we can see right where these lines intersect, the stock suddenly had a rocket up, going from less than 40 cents right up to nearly 55 cents in just a few hours. But we can see that this has been moving in this channel, consistently hitting these lines of support and resistance. So I am expecting that on Monday we should see this rise up again, and I see no reason for this not to continue in this upward movement for the coming weeks and months. Let's not forget that at the current price, Sirc has an extremely low market cap, considering both the sector that they are in and the level of revenues that they are expecting to grow to in the coming months. I see this as a fantastic opportunity to get into this stock now. And let's remember, this is only less than 60 cents. Back 6 months ago, this stock was around $3. And although I feel that at $3 it was overvalued at the time, as so many stocks were, but I feel that at its current price, given the level of progress that they have made over the past 6 or 7 months, that this is a very good entry price. Not as good as it was at the start of the month, but still a very good entry price to get in. So guys, that brings it to the end of the video. Before I give you my final thoughts, if you've watched all the way through, then hit that like button. It really helps the channel out a lot. And if you're new to the channel, remember to hit the subscribe button and bell notification, follow me on Twitter and join the Facebook group. All links below. So what do I think? I think this is an exciting time for Sirc. The progress that they have made over the past few months has been very impressive, and they are finally about to turn the corner from loss making into a profitable company. Their M&A strategy has seen them expand rapidly, and I feel that once they are profitable, that this might even accelerate their expansion. They are also entering the EV charger installation market, where they can leverage their designation as a Tesla certified installer. And this is an area that is highly likely to see huge growth in the coming years, as is the roofing side of the business now, thanks to California regulations. From a buying point of view, it's hard to determine when stocks have hit bottom, but I think that we might have seen this already. This stock has gained over 50% over the past month, having reached as low as just 36 cents. And I now feel that we are on the up. Recent good news indicates that this stock is likely to push upwards, and I feel that if more news comes regarding uplisting, then this will really propel the stock upwards. But this is just my opinion. If anyone is thinking about buying the stock, I encourage you to do your own research. As I said before, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. What do you think of Sirc and what is your price target? Leave a comment down below. Thanks for watching the video and I'll catch you in the next one.